What's going on, guys? Shane with Blacktop Rates, and I am here in a
F Street Mustang 2017 Grabber Blue.
Ooh, child, this color is so damn nice, man. I love this color. It comes in it comes in a Mustang with this color, and I believe the RS also comes in this
RS is
color?
called Nitrous Blue, which is this, but then with a gold flake.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
So I'm Shane. This is Alex Riddick. He's letting me actually drive his car to do one of the one takes. And we're actually going to head out right now as soon as the gentleman in front of us actually closes his door. But I'll actually just hand it over to Alex to kind of give you guys the rundown of the car.
Yeah, so this is 2017, so this is the only year in the S550 that they offer Grabber Blue. I definitely said I gotta have it. It's such a classic Mustang color. This car is pretty much prepped for F Street. I've got still stock wheels with Hankook RS3s. Not the best tires, but pretty solid.
They work.
Koni Yellow shocks all around, and this is a performance pack car, so it's got an upsized rear sway bar already. So I'm pretty much set and ready to go.
All right, and this one actually also has the lower gearing ratio,
yeah,
correct?
So performance pack car gets you a larger radiator. It also gets you wider wheels and tires. You get a 373 rear end, so that's something that makes it a little bit shorter on the gearing. A car only goes about 60 in second. But most of the time you're going to be okay on autocross course. And other than that, just a couple things with the shocks and springs, and handles really good. Independent rear now on the S550, so
nice.
I love it.
Oh man, yeah. And so this is the first year, other than that specialty model, that the Mustangs actually got the independent rear suspension.
Yep, 15 to 17.
Woo. So we'll see how this goes. All right, so it's definitely got some power. It actually rotates very well on throttle and off throttle. A little point and shoot. With a little rotation of the top of the right foot, you can actually make this thing sweep. You're tricking it in a way by getting on its nose, rotating it a little bit, and going. So here we got to point this thing on its nose, get it in, and just point up the hill. It can't sweep very well. No, it cannot. But we can just dance out with the throttle. It moves, man. I mean, the engine in this thing. So this is a Coyote motor, right?
Yep, 5 liter.
It slaloms well. You just got to get the timing right. It's a little slower because it's a heavier car.
3,700 pounds.
Woo-hoo-hoo! That's a big boy. So coming here in the finish, and a 53.9.
There you go.
So, yeah, this thing moves pretty well, man. One of the things with this, because it is a heavy car, I wasn't being too aggressive with it right now, but one thing that I'm noticing coming out of Miata, so I drive a STR Miata, so I always relate everything to that. So when it comes to this car, what you have to remember, you have to drive the rear a lot more with the right foot. So less steering, rolling on the gas, as soon as you kind of get to the apex to make it swing out, once it catches, then you're gonna go floor it. But yeah, if you drive the fronts too much, then the car will just wash. Sorry, this pollen just...
Allergies, man.
Yeah, it sucks, man. Oh my goodness. But no, the car is actually well balanced.
Isn't it?
I was really expecting...
For how much it weighs.
Yeah, I was expecting it to be worse. I'm not gonna lie. I had this as a rental. It was red automatic. Got it on the what's it called? The Dragon's Tail.
Yeah.
And it was actually fun. I was chasing a S2000. Yeah. He didn't know I was chasing him. I was just struggling behind him.
Right.
But no, I was actually surprised at how the car is, and now that it's gotten some better tires, that was not a performance pack because it was a rental, but I am actually surprised at how well these cars move. No, the torque is nice and instant. I can actually throttle steer the car. Yep. I was expecting it to have a delay because the Camaro actually has a delay in it.
Well, with the LS, of course, you're dealing with larger displacement and you're not dealing with overhead cams, so the torque is lower, but they really do a great job with the Coyote of giving you that low-end punch. But what you really notice when you hit about that 3,200 RPM and the variable valve timing and things starts to kick in, it really wakes up and it'll shoot that last. I mean, it's not VTEC, but it's that similar type of feeling. Yeah. And it's a V8 at the same time.
Right.
And this is just a fantastic motor. Of course, this year they had the upgrades, all the parts from the Boss, the camshafts, everything got moved up. Yeah, so this is a lot of parts from the Boss motor in here.
All right, so let's do it up here. So tight in, rolling on the throttle. Brake in, rolling on the throttle, just mid corner. Slow it down just a bit, but roll on the throttle right there. Park it on its nose, roll in on the throttle.
Big Brembo
Roll
brakes.
in, oi! Should have been more aggressive on the throttle there. Here's the only part that I'm iffy about, so I'm gonna trail brake a bit. Park it in, little roll. Yeah, as soon as you just roll on the throttle, as soon as you just kind of roll on the throttle, then you're fine. So,
Mr. Camaro must have spun out.
yeah, he must have. It's getting a little wet over here. So, unfortunately, I only take 2 runs for these one takes. So that really blows it. But,
well, I'll tell you, Shane, just from watching you run, I can see that I need to be better at that throttle rotation. That's something where you're working the front. You were telling me about that, and it's definitely an area of improvement.
yeah, but the thing is that I'm actually not that good.
You kidding yourself, man?
No. So when it comes to muscle cars, I actually suck at them. Like I can tell you what to do, but my timing isn't actually as good as say a Sam Strano, a Lawrence Casey that drives those V8s all the time.
Shane is getting a rerun.
I would definitely suggest like having one of them jumping in the car. But since it is a one take, I'm not going to take any more runs. I'm just going to pull on over to the side and we'll just chit chat a little bit about the car and the dynamics of the car. So that guy right there that's shaking his head, as you can see.
Larry.
No, I'm not going. So he actually is a lot better than me when it comes into it. So what we're going to do, not now, but in future episodes, we're going to actually have him come in and actually drive with us. So... and get his take on the car, so you kind of getting 2 feedbacks. So I'm just gonna sit right here for a second. Watch your hand.
Yep, you got it.
And so we can kind of chit chat about the car a bit.
Sure.
So,
Get it off.
There we go.
Head
Go.
grab.
So the car is actually really well balanced, I have to admit. The RS3s, now these are not the top tires, and everybody knows that, and Alex already knows that. But what it is, you're coming from what car?
Coming from an FRS STX prep.
Just a little different.
A little different.
A little different. and the biggest thing isn't necessarily the speed as far as around the course, but it's how the speed comes. So with this, it's more power, and then with the FRS, it was more of a balance. Like you're dancing with the overall grip, and it's more of a momentum car.
Momentum instead of point and shoot.
Yes, this is all about pointing and shooting. What I found out is if you can actually balance some of the sweepers. So the car naturally cannot sweep very well. However, if you start rolling on the throttle mid-corner, you actually get the rear to come around at certain speeds, of course. And lower speeds, yes. Higher speeds, you probably have to just kind of watch and go tighter. But that's one thing that I found out with this Mustang on these tires. These tires love heat, and the tires are hot.
We got
some heat.
We got them pretty hot.
So that's one thing that was nice. So with this car, the REs, if you're dual drivers, you better get the water sprayer out. The rivals will probably suit a little better, whether it's 1.0s or 1.5s, because they like heat, the heavier car, and so forth. The interior of the car, I love the upgrades. They made everything just a lot cleaner, a little bit more luxury. These are the Recaros seats.
Yeah, this is a base model car.
Okay.
So the only thing that it has is a base model GT.
Okay.
So it has the performance pack, which is, the racy bits there, and then the Recaro seats.
Gotcha.
So I only got what you need for an autocross or a track car. No leather, no nav.
Yeah.
I don't need any of that. Just give me the racing stuff.
I just want to have fun.
That's it.
Yeah, so, I mean, the balance of the car is good. It just takes a little bit different driving versus a Miata versus the FRS because of the power. Those cars, you don't have as much power.
Right.
They don't drive the rear as much as this does. So here, as long as you essentially grow some of these, and then you throw it in those corners, and you're like, I don't want to touch the throttle, but it's understeering. Touch the goddamn throttle, and then it will just slowly just come around just enough, and then once it's in the position that you want, go ahead and get on it. And the top guy with that is Sam Strano, as far as he loves his pony cars. But Alex, thank you for letting me drive this thing.
You got it, man.
It was definitely fun. I am not the biggest muscle car driver guy out there. Like literally, instructions. I'm like, go to Lawrence. Go to Lawrence. Give me the Miata.
Right.
I'll match him on that one. But no, the car is balanced. I wouldn't say it's a big Miata. It totally drives totally different.
Yep.
It is point and shoot. It does not get upset on some of these bumps, which was nice. We had some bumps on the entry of the slalom.
The IRS will help with
the
that.
The IRS does help out with that, and then being stock, it actually doesn't stock springs and stuff. It doesn't really upset the car, so it soaks up the bumps very well. And it wasn't like it was wallowing. So going through the slalom, granted I couldn't go really fast near the end,
sure,
because of the red flag, but the slaloms actually felt nice.
Yeah.
You have a delay because it's big and it's stock springs, but other than that, the car isn't bad. I was expecting it to be worse. It's better than the model before this that didn't have the independent rear struts.
That was a solid axle car.
Yes. So that one I got a chance to drive the 350, the GT 350, the Shelby one, and I do prefer this one over that. And even when that new look but still solid, that 5.0 when they came back, I drove that one. This still feels overall better.
It is.
Although it's a little bit heavier.
It is a little heavier, but that's because of the IRS and you got the carrier and everything that has to go with that. Versus, a solid axle, there's a little bit less going on.
Yeah.
Something too is we talked about the Konis, and these are 10 click adjustable. I've got them all set in the center. Somebody who knows what they're doing probably could tweak it instead of some guy like Sam or Larry. But, but just something to mention for anybody who's watching the video that's curious.
Okay, cool. Any other mentions or shout outs that you want to have?
No, man, that's it.
All right, cool.
Glad to have you drive it.
Thank you, man. Thank you for letting me drive this. It's gonna be fun. I mean, the color is so nice.
Everybody loves grabber blue.
Oh, dude, you can't go wrong with this thing. So, thank you guys. Just subscribe. Hit the like button. Thanks to Agile Auto for sponsoring the season for me, along with ApexJunkie.com. Check them out in the description and the link down below. Thanks again to Alex and the Second Gear Racing crew out there. Maybe I'll get into an RS Grabber Blue.
Oh, man.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
That would be nice. Look forward to that one, but we'll catch you guys next time. Pikachu.